Hey yo, this week I want to talk about the acronym SHIFT, shaping how I feel and think. The importance and the benefit of getting in touch with our feelings, particularly for our men, that we don't want to talk about our feelings, but there is power in talking about our feelings and sharing our feelings, but also putting some good, healthy patterns of thinking to get us to where we need to be. So it's time to shift some paradigms. Let's go.
Paradigm shift, renew your mind, break the chains of your mind. Paradigm shift, it's time to change your perspective. Paradigm shift.
Hey yo, it's your boy Ricardo, back again with yet another week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the founder of ParadigmShiftAcademy, transformational coach, mentor, and motivational speaker. I passionately help people to discover their why so that they can unleash their potential. You know, this week I want to talk about the acronym SHIFT, shaping how I feel and think. And I want to encourage you through my own personal life story of seeing the importance and the benefits of getting in touch with your feelings and getting in touch with your emotions and the power thereof, but also forming good, healthy patterns of thinking to get you to where you need to be. So let me get straight into it. You know, before I got married, I'm married now to my wife for 10.5 years. But before I got married, this thing about asking you how you're feeling, and people always just, oh, how do you feel? How do you feel? I was kind of like, I feel nothing. Because in my community, that wasn't a thing that was really exercised and expressed in a way that you can actually get in touch with your feelings. Most people say that you're too sensitive. I think we have to be sensitive, not too sensitive, but you have to become sensitive to really understand how you feel, where does the feeling come from, and then getting in touch with our emotion, actually naming the emotion that we feel, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's joy, whether it's happiness. You know, getting in touch with our feelings is very, very important. Forward, when I got married, every time my wife would ask me, how do you feel? Because she's a psychologist. How do you feel? I'm like, I feel nothing. How do you feel? It's not when I became a life coach that I discovered that it's important to understand how you feel, that when you express how you feel, you can actually unpack so many things in your own life, and then you can then put healthy thoughts together. So the point number one that I want to really encourage somebody is to pause and really ask yourself this question: what am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Is so important to ask yourself. Where does this feeling originate from? Where does this feeling come from? You know, even it's so important to have that check-in with you. Now, if you're not automatically a person who really check in with yourself all the time, it's maybe to have an alarm, set your alarm for 5 or 10 minutes, different times of the day, and just check in. Hey, how am I feeling in this situation? Particularly for people who work hard and work long hours. Check in, pause and check in with yourself. Number 2 is to become aware. What is this that I'm feeling? The awareness is so important. You know, start small, but then you become so aware of how you're feeling, and then actually naming that emotion. And then number 3 is to action. What am I thinking now about how I feel? What things am I going to put in place? You know, one thing that I would say is find people who are encouraging, people who's been through what you've been through. Go on YouTube, ask a friend, hey, how did you feel in this situation? And let them share some encouraging stories. That can empower you. It'll fuel you to begin to think, getting in touch with your feelings, and also putting some healthy thoughts together in order for you to reach your destination. So that's my encouragement today. Pause, become aware, and action that. Men, I want to encourage you, man, talk about your feelings. It's amazing. You know, now I always talk to my wife how I feel, and it is so refreshing because you can actually say how you feel, identify the emotion, but also you can then put something together and action that and actually reach your destination. So before I go, if you want some Paradigm Shift merchandise, go to www.ParadigmShiftUK.com and purchase yourself some fresh merchandise. This is your boy Ricardo. You can see I'm just walking out in the woods, you know, keeping it locked. Stay safe and stay blessed. I'm signing out. Peace.
Paradigm shift.